This is Dr. Yara Okonkwo, Terran Xenopsychology Institute. I have spent my career studying how alien species perceive humanity, their fears, their misconceptions, their occasional admiration. But no species has fascinated me more than the Synthara. They are, by any objective measure, the most intelligent beings in the known galaxy. Their mathematical models predicted cosmic events millions of years in advance. Their technology operates on principles that human scientists are still struggling to comprehend. And yet, for 2 centuries, they could not understand the simplest thing about us. They could not understand why we cry. This is Case File 339. This is the story of how the galaxy's most logical species learned to fear human emotion. The Synthara evolved on a world of perfect stability. No seasons, no predators, no scarcity. Their environment presented problems, and they developed intelligence to solve those problems. Pure, clean, efficient intelligence. Over millions of years, they optimized themselves. They eliminated traits that served no logical purpose. Aggression was inefficient, so it was bred out. Fear was irrational, so it was suppressed. Love, attachment, grief, all of these were classified as cognitive errors, remnants of a primitive past. By the time they achieved space travel, the Synthara had become something close to living computers. They experienced no emotion. They made decisions based solely on data. They could not comprehend why any species would operate differently. Then they discovered humanity. Their long-range observation probes reached Earth approximately 400 years ago. They found a species that defied every model they had ever constructed. Humans made decisions that contradicted their own survival. They sacrificed resources for individuals who provided no benefit to the collective. They formed attachments that caused them pain when severed. They experienced something called grief that served no apparent purpose except to reduce productivity. The Synthara were baffled. They established a research program. For 200 years, they studied humanity from afar. They compiled data on our wars, our art, our relationships, our religions. They analyzed our literature, our music, our history. They built models to predict human behavior. Every model failed. A human would be presented with a logical choice, a choice that clearly benefited their survival and prosperity, and they would reject it. They would choose options that harmed themselves to benefit others. They would sacrifice everything for abstractions like honor, or love, or principle. The Synthara research teams produced report after report, each one concluding the same thing. Human emotion was a critical design flaw, a bug in the cognitive architecture, a weakness that would inevitably lead to the species' extinction. They predicted humanity would destroy itself within 300 years. Our emotions made us too unstable, too irrational, too prone to self-destructive behavior. They were wrong. First contact between humans and Synthara occurred in 2247. It was not friendly. The Synthara had calculated that humanity posed a potential threat to galactic stability. Our emotional unpredictability made us dangerous. They decided, through pure logical analysis, that it would be more efficient to eliminate us before we could spread beyond our home system. They sent a fleet to Proxima Station, humanity's largest deep space installation. 40,000 civilians lived there. Scientists, families, children. The Synthara did not consider this morally significant. Morality was an emotional concept. They were simply solving a problem. The human defense force at Proxima was minimal. A single cruiser, the Aurora, and a handful of support vessels. Against the Synthara fleet, they had no chance of victory. The logical response would have been evacuation. Save who you could. Sacrifice the station to preserve the species. Captain Elena Rivera made a different choice. Captain Rivera was 47 years old. She had served in the Terran Navy for 25 years. She had a husband on Earth and 2 daughters she had not seen in 18 months. When the Synthara fleet entered the system, she ordered her crew to evacuate. All of them. She would remain aboard the Aurora alone. Her first officer, Commander Chen, refused. "I'm not leaving you, Captain." "That's an order, Commander." "With respect, Captain, that's an order I can't follow. You'll need someone to manage the reactor." 14 crew members refused to evacuate. They stayed with their captain, knowing they would not survive. The Aurora was not powerful enough to defeat the Synthara fleet, but it was powerful enough, if piloted directly into the Synthara command ship at full speed, to destroy it. The Synthara had not anticipated this. Their models showed that humans would retreat when faced with overwhelming force. Self-preservation was a logical imperative. They did not understand that humans would die for each other. Captain Rivera's final transmission was recorded and broadcast across the system. The Synthara intercepted it. They have studied it thousands of times since, trying to comprehend. "This is Captain Elena Rivera of the Terran cruiser Aurora. To the Synthara fleet, you came here to kill 40,000 people. Scientists, workers, children. I have a daughter. Her name is Sophia. She is 7 years old, and she is on that station right now. She likes dinosaurs and the color purple, and she wants to be a pilot when she grows up. You will not touch her. You will not touch any of them. I am going to fly this ship into your command vessel. I am going to die. So is my crew. We have accepted this. You probably don't understand why. Your models can't explain it. Your equations can't account for it. Let me help you. I love my daughter. I love my husband. I love my crew. I love the 40,000 people on that station who I have never met. And love is not a weakness. Love is why I'm about to kill you. Aurora out." The Aurora struck the Synthara command ship at 0.7% of light speed. The explosion destroyed both vessels instantly. The remaining Synthara ships, suddenly without command coordination, were vulnerable. The evacuation shuttles from Proxima Station, which had been ordered to flee, turned around. Civilian pilots, cargo haulers, transport operators, they flew their unarmed ships directly at the Synthara formation. They could not win. They knew they could not win. They attacked anyway. For 4 hours, unarmed civilian ships harassed the Synthara fleet. They rammed. They blocked firing solutions. They sacrificed themselves to buy time for rescue ships from Earth to arrive. 2,300 humans died at the Battle of Proxima Station. The Synthara lost their entire fleet. When reinforcements from Earth arrived, they found the wreckage of both forces drifting in space. Synthara escape pods, containing survivors who had abandoned their ships, were floating among the debris. The human commander faced a choice. The Synthara had come to commit genocide. They had killed thousands of humans. Logic, pure, cold logic, said they should be destroyed. The human commander rescued them. Every single Synthara survivor was brought aboard human ships, given medical treatment, and eventually returned to their home world. The Synthara could not understand this either. In the years since the Battle of Proxima Station, the Synthara have become humanity's most dedicated students. They have abandoned their plans for our destruction. They have instead focused all their considerable intelligence on understanding us. They have made progress. They now recognize that human emotion, while illogical by their standards, serves functions they had not anticipated. Fear makes us cautious. It prevents us from taking risks that logic alone might endorse. Anger gives us strength. It allows us to fight beyond our physical capabilities when threatened. Grief binds us together. It reminds us that connections matter, that loss has meaning, that we are not alone. And love. Love is the variable that breaks all their equations. Love makes humans do impossible things. It makes a mother lift a car to save her trapped child. It makes a soldier throw himself on a grenade to protect strangers. It makes a captain fly her ship into an enemy fleet to save people she has never met. Love is not logical. Love does not optimize for survival. Love does not calculate costs and benefits. Love simply acts. The Synthara have a new theory about human emotion now. They no longer consider it a flaw. They consider it a weapon. Other species have armies. Other species have technology. Other species have resources and numbers and strategic advantages. Humans have love, and love makes us unpredictable. It makes us dangerous. It makes us capable of actions that no logical model can anticipate. The Synthara's new reports conclude something remarkable. They believe that human emotion is the single most powerful force they have ever encountered. Not because it is rational, but precisely because it is not. A logical species can be predicted. Their responses can be calculated. Their behavior can be modeled. Humans cannot be modeled. We will fight unwinnable battles for people we love. We will sacrifice everything for principles we believe in. We will choose death over betraying those we care about. The Synthara now classify human emotion as an extinction-level threat, not to humanity, to anyone who threatens us. I have read the Synthara files on Captain Rivera. They have analyzed her final transmission over 100,000 times. They have run simulations, built models, attempted to quantify what drove her to sacrifice herself. They cannot do it. Their latest report contains a single conclusion, written in language that I suspect caused the Synthara researchers significant difficulty. Human emotion cannot be understood through logic. It operates outside rational parameters. It produces outcomes that defy probability and contradict self-interest. We have observed humans die for strangers. We have observed humans forgive those who harmed them. We have observed humans love others more than they love themselves. We do not understand this. We may never understand this, but we have learned to respect it. Human emotion is not a weakness. It is a force multiplier beyond anything we have ever encountered. They feel, therefore, they fight. And they fight harder than any logical species ever could. Recommendation: do not threaten what humans love. The response will be disproportionate, irrational, and devastating. They are not a species driven by survival. They are a species driven by heart, and hearts do not surrender. Captain Elena Rivera is remembered as a hero on every human world. Her statue stands at Proxima Station, which was rebuilt and renamed Rivera Station in her honor. Her daughter Sophia is 31 now. She became a pilot, just like she always wanted. She commands a deep space exploration vessel. She keeps a picture of her mother on the bridge. I asked her once, during an interview for this archive, if she understood why her mother did what she did. She smiled. It was her mother's smile. "She loved me," Sophia said. "That's all I need to understand." The Synthara have studied humanity for 250 years now. They have analyzed our biology, our psychology, our history, our culture. They still do not fully understand us. But they have learned one thing. Human emotion is not a flaw to be corrected. It is a fire that cannot be extinguished, and anyone who tries to threaten what we love will be burned by it. This is Dr. Yara Okonkwo, signing off. Case File 339 is now closed. The Synthara asked why we cry. The answer is simple. We cry because we feel. And because we feel, we fight.